Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Kashish Mandirata. In this video, we are going to discuss about the map and unordered map. So firstly, look at what is map. So map is just a key value pair. So map is just a group of key value pairs. For example, you can logically represent the map in this way. So map is just a group of pairs and each pair has a key and has a value. Keys are unique in a map, means if you have a key of 1 in a map, then you can't have a key of 1 in a map again. So keys are unique. So for every key you can have a value related to that. So if you want to hash something, you want a key, you want a particular key to have a particular value, you can use the map in that place. So let's see that how we represent map. So the map has two types. First type is the data type of the key and second type is the data type of the value. So let's say that I have MP as a map, and we know that in each map key value pairs are in the form of a pair. So let's declare it. I have declared a pair and I have made a print map function so that I can print the map. So what it is doing is that it is iterating for each element in the map, and each element in the map is a pair and printing the values of each pair. So firstly it prints the value of first pair in a map, then second pair in a map, and the keys are in the sorted form. So this is how we can print the map. Okay, so let's see how we can insert an elements in the map. There are many ways in which we can insert the elements in a map. Okay, so the first method is, so we have to write the insert. We just need to pass a pair as a parameter to insert function or insert method, you can say. So first is simply we can pass the pair to the insert method. Okay, so if we don't have any pair already created, so we can use the constructor function of the pair. So I have written the data type pair of int comma int because map contains the pair and uses the two braces, so that it's a constructor of pair comma int comma int. Let's say the value should be 1 and 2. Okay, so how many other ways we can insert? I can insert using the make pair function. So make pair is a function which returns a pair. So I can write in this way also. I can also write using the curly braces that also evaluate to a pair. So we can say 98 comma 56 54. Okay, so in a map in a map, so if we want to access the value of a particular key, how we can access that? So if I want to access this value, and if I want to access this value, so the key of that is 1. So how I can access that? I can access that using just map name, just like map name and 1 in the square brackets 1. So this is how I can access this position. Okay, so I can also insert in this way, means if certain key doesn't exist, I can just make a new key with it. Let's say 54 and here 43. Okay, so what this statement will do is that it will see if the 54 key is present. If it is present, it will overwrite it. If it is not present, it will make a pair 54 comma 43 and insert that into the map. So let's see that all the method of insertion are valid. Okay, so 1 comma, so what was p1? Okay, so you can see that map gives us the sorted data. We have inserted in some different order, but we get the sorted data, means the keys are in a sorted way. Firstly 1 comma 2, this pair was inserted, then 21 23, this pair was inserted, then 34 23, this pair was inserted, then 54 43, this pair was inserted, and then finally this. So you can see that all the insert methods are working fine. So there are the iterators. So let's look at the iterator. So instead of printing directly by the map, let's print by the iterators so that we can learn iterator also. So uh, mp.begin means map name.begin gives us the iterator to the first element. So mp.begin is a mp.begin, that's the iterator which points to the first element of the map. So this is mp.begin, and similarly this is mp.begin plus 1, and mp.begin.end is after the end, it's not the end, as we have discussed in our earlier videos also. So that points to after the end of the element, after the end of the map. So here if any other pair exists, so mp.end points to that. So we can start from mp.begin and iterate till mp.end, because that's not counted, so we can print all the elements in that. And itr plus plus, so itr represents any pair inside. So we are assigning it to itr, so means itr is a pointer to each pair during our iteration. So let's say at any point itr points to this node. So this is the same case as we have discussed in the pair. So if we are using the pair name, we can access that using p1.first, p1.second, and if we have iterator to access a pair, so that is itr arrow function, arrow first, itr arrow second. So similarly in this case we are learning the iterators, and we are using the iterators to point to a particular pair at a particular time. So we can say that itr first and itr second. Okay, so this also prints the map. Let's see, or don't put end line. Okay, so this also will print the map. Okay, I have not read the condition, so I have to iterate till itr is not equals to the end of the map. Okay, so now it will work fine. Let's see. Oh sorry, for we should use endl for after each pair so that it looks like a map. Okay, so you can see that we have printed the map as we have printed in this way. This was using a pair, and this was using a iterator to a particular pair. Both are fine. So I think reverse begin and reverse end iterators are also supported. So let's see that whether we can reverse iterate a map. Yes, so what it did is that r end means the end of the the pointer to the ending pair in the map, and mp dot rend means above the start of the map, so we can reverse the order in which we can access. So these are the iterators to a map, and let's move to next stuff. So now we have 5 elements in a map. So to access I to access any element, now we can just say m54, it will print the value of that. And if we are printing a element whose key doesn't exist, then it will return just null, 0. Let's say, yeah, 987. Yeah, code is already running. Okay. Okay, so let's Oh, sorry, it's MP, not M. Okay, so now let's see that. Okay, so 43 was the value of key 54 and 987 key was not there, so the value of that was 0. Okay, this is assessing. Now let's comment that out. Also, how we can erase. So we have seen that how we can insert. So to erase a particular element, we need to just pass the key. So let's say I want to erase the element with the key 1. So it will print map MP. So it will remove a particular pair with that key. Oh. So you can see that the now keys are starting from 21 and this particular pair has been removed. So let's try out other ways by which we can erase. So I can erase using the iterator also. So let's say I want to erase the first element, so that would be mp dot begin. So now as one has been removed, so the after this statement this was mp dot begin, so means our output would be from 34, means we will see just 3 pairs. Okay, so two pairs have been removed. So this was how the erase works, and the most important in map is how we access, how we find a particular key. So it is similar to that of the set. So we can check that. We can write a function mp.find and pass a particular key to it. So for example, I pass a key 54. So if that returns the ending iterator, that means the element is not found. Otherwise it returns a pointer to the pair of that key. So in this case we can write element not found. Okay, else what we can do is that we can use that. Okay, why not we store first? So auto itr equals to, let's cut that. Okay, so if itr is is comparable to m dot end, that means element is not found, otherwise element is found. So we can use dot first and itr, sorry, arrow, not dot, because it's we are accessing using the iterator. So this is well how we can see element. Oh, I am frequently making a typo. Okay, so you can see that 54 and 43 has been found. So let's try to find something which doesn't exist. So you can see that element not found. So the other general means member functions are like, if we want to find the size of the map, we can use the size function. If we want to see whether the map is empty or not, we can use the empty function. So let's test these also. So we have the 5 elements in our map, so it returns the 5 and the map was not empty, so it is returning 0. So I think this is all for the map, and these are the most, I've covered most of the things in the map which you will be using. And now let's see what is unordered map. So in the map, all the elements means the keys are in a sorted form, but in unordered map the keys will not be in the sorted form. Means all the other things in the map and unordered map are same, all the member function would be same, just the difference is that the keys are not in the sorted form is map. So it depends on a particular use case. If you just want to find some element from a map and just use that, then you can go with unordered set. But if you want that in a sorted data, if you want the keys to be in sorted, you want to access that element in that way, you should use map. So let's change our code according to that. So in place of map I can write unordered map. Okay, so I have inserted these elements, so let's print that out. So you can see that they are not in the order, they are inserted, and it is in the decreasing order because earlier we have created, I guess, map in the decreasing order. Let's make a new file and execute in that. Okay, so I take this statement as a boilerplate for unordered map. So this is how I print the map and unordered map. They are printing in the same way and declared in the same way, and we have inserted the elements in the same way. Now let's see that it is showing is in the decreasing order of the keys, but believe me that the keys are totally in a random. Let's try some key and mp of 23. Let's say the value will be 87. Yeah, so now you can see that the keys are in a random order, and it's not how we have inserted. I have inserted the first pair as 3423, but that's showing at our third number 23, and 87 that's showing in the first place. So you can see that in the unordered map the elements are in the not in a sorted manner, not in the order we have inserted, they are in the random form, and all the other things just like how we insert that same for map and unordered map, how we print that same, how we erase that same, how we find that's also same. So there was just one difference, so I thought I should cover in this video itself instead of making a new video. So this was all about map and unordered map. I hope you liked the video. Okay, so meet you in the next video.